So as we started like interviewing my sister and I, when we were thrust into it, we didn't get no time to grieve. There was no time to grieve. My father died on Tuesday. We were at National Action Network by Saturday, and it was every Monday and every Saturday ever since. And then when my sister passed away, I could see like, you know, it broke her down. Activism broke her down, and it broke her down to a point where she suffered a massive heart attack. So like it's important to take that time.
Yeah. And I know that was so tough for you as well. Not only you giving over your dad, and then that happens to your sister, and you know it's just the stress and the pressure, and it's a lot, and that's what these people don't see. The officers don't understand, and the people don't see like the pain. It's a horrible incident, but this you're destroying families. Like this was a father, a husband, a grandfather, an uncle, and you guys was a nuclear family. He wasn't somebody just hanging out or
Right.
you guys was together. I mean, and you know that's what people don't understand, that this stuff, it destroys generations.
Yes, the weekend before all of this happened, it was really like it led up to like 2 weeks before. We were doing a whole bunch of things. We had the family reunion, which is always the first Saturday in July. So that weekend, they took the girls, Alyssa and Kaylee, my niece and my niece and my daughter. My nephew wasn't born yet. They just spent the whole weekend with my father and the rest of my family out in Connecticut for for uh for a family reunion. And then the following weekend, we had a barbecue to remember all of the people that we lost. So we had a barbecue with my father on the grill flipping burgers, and my mom, she actually she went to try to pick up my daughter, and my daughter fell on the floor. And then I went to my father. I'm like, Ma, I was like, Daddy, mommy just dropped Kaylee on the floor. Right. He went over there. He was like, how you drop my baby on the floor? Give me her. Don't pick her up. So we have so much memories that we have, and it's like you took all of that away.
Right.
And choking somebody. You took that all away.
Man, for nothing. For nothing.
For nothing.
You know, so again, so like it says, it's a plethora of emotions floating around. You know, like we said before, you can't tell anybody how to feel.
Right.
These things are still being addressed, and then we see they're not being addressed. Rather, then you see people like Amy Cooper in the central.
Right.
Like what, you know, like me, I think she needs to be arrested for convicted for filing a false incident report and for attempted murder. Because
absolutely.
You called with the hopes of something like what happened and with the George Floyd incident to go down. In my mind,
that's what you wanted. That's what you called for, because you were not in danger. You were not in immediate danger. You were having an argument with somebody who wasn't even threatening you. Somebody was calmer than you. So you're choking your dog. You're calling the cops. She should be arrested for animal cruelty as well. Because if you don't care about a dog's life, you don't care about anybody's life. Exactly. You didn't care about that dog's life. You could have snapped that dog's neck.
Right. Exactly.
So I feel like white people, racist white people, are weaponizing 911. They are using it as a weapon. Oh my gosh, he's attacking me. I am afraid for my life.
Right. And
where did you learn that, man?
Like, I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call the police.
And like that's a threat. That's a threat against that's a threat against a black person. So you knew what you were doing. You were weaponizing 911, and there's no excuse.
And for them to say, hey, we're not going to follow up the press charges because we have bigger fish to fry. What bigger fish can you fry than a death? That if the police would have showed up, that's potentially what could have happened.
Absolutely. And Central Park is a big park.
Yes.
It's a big park. She could have went to another area.
Right.
It's a lot of ways to get lost in Central Park. I used to live near Central Park. The Central Park runs about 150 blocks. And there's so many. It's from the east side to the west side. I've gotten lost in Central Park a couple of times, and I had to use my GPS just to get out.
Right.
So there's no excuse. The only excuse is I wanted him to die, and I know the police will kill him. That's what she was thinking in her mind, and I was definitely convinced.
Exactly, and because she was actually breaking the law because the dog was supposed to be on a leash.
Exactly. So why wasn't she ticketed for that? Should have, at the very least, give her a ticket for that.
At least.
Animal cruelty. Where is the ASPCA? They were supposed to step in and say, you were choking that dog.
Hopefully they take the dog and follow up, which they probably will, because
They should remove the dog, because if it was a black person outside with their child and they screamed at their child, ACS will be knocking on their door.
well,
So the same way that people brutalize these animals, they should come in and the social services should come in and remove the dogs as well.
exactly. Animals normally have more rights than black people anyway.
Exactly. So right.
I wouldn't be shocked if the dog was already removed and all that business been handled already. I wouldn't.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, not at all. Yeah, they have a little more rights than we do. Yeah.
Right.
But so with this being said, we know this has been happening since our lives, and before that, this is generational. What can we change this? Because
we can
before you answer that, I'm sorry. I personally just joined the NAACP, and I'm gonna give a shout out to Randy Glover. I don't know if that's the answer, but
it's a start.
It's a start, and this is I didn't want to come into like next week with the same way that I entered this incident. I wanted to do something. So thank you that we're working on our show. This stops today, and we're going to talk about that. I joined the NAACP. I called the different numbers to the DA to follow up on getting Derek Chafin, arrested, and now we got to make sure he's prosecuted and convicted. This is the first step, and so that's my part. But what would be your, because you're living it. What do you think is it the NAACP, is the nation, is the Urban League, is it everything? What do you think we should do to join together?
I think first we should get behind this Eric Garner law.
Right,
everybody should get behind this Eric Garner law. Join the national call. I'm definitely going to send you the flyer so everybody can
okay.
Facebook. It's going to be everywhere. We're actually working on a commercial that we need to release by tomorrow. So I'm telling everybody, listen, we're going to be up real late tonight making this commercial. We're going to film this on our phones. I've been being real computer savvy. I've been learning about things. I'm going to, my homework is to get all of the survivor victims who want to be on board with getting their voices heard and having a survivor-led conversation around laws, policies, and changes. Right. So that's what I assigned myself. But if for other people that want to join the movement, go to the websites. When we post up our websites and we say, subscribe to our website, subscribe to our emails, when we blast things out, we want you to show up. Right now, everything for me is going to be virtual because I can't go out right now. I don't have to watch my kids, and I don't want anybody coming to watch my kids because I don't know if they have coronavirus and they can get my kids. So everything that I will be doing is virtually. You have the option of going outside. Don't pick one organization to work with and say, I'm working with this person, so I'm not working with that person. That's what I hear a lot. A lot of people say, I don't want to work with you because you're working with Reverend Sharpton and I feel blah, blah, blah. If we're fighting for justice, don't worry about the work that I do with somebody else. As long as my work is not bashing you, it shouldn't be a problem.
Right. And that's the key point. And the thing is, like I said, I joined the NAACP. Again, thanks to Randy Glover for, inviting me in. But if it would have been the Urban League, it could have been
it would have been Urban League. If it would have been Urban Coalition.
Whatever it is. So the thing
whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Create your own organization that you want people to follow. It's multiple ways. There's not just one way of fighting for justice. And you don't have to be a celebrity. You don't have to stand with a celebrity to get your voice heard.
Right, exactly. And that's another thing that we need to do too. That's a good point. What we need to do is, regardless of our affiliation, we need to come together anyway.
Absolutely.
So whatever you choose to stand behind, or if you start your own, we all need to get behind the Eric Garner law and to fight for George Floyd and to fight for social justice. See, that's the problem that I see too. And that's what really bothers me. People, they have so many similarities, but they have one difference, but they can't work together or get forward because they spend so much time focusing on the one thing that you're different about and failing to see the 99 things that you have in common.
Yes. And you don't have to be, I need to speak. It frustrates me. Let's talk about activism for a minute.
Right, okay.
Because I was thrust into this.
Right.
And I've come across a lot of people who go to protest because of their parents. Their parents were Black Panthers. Their parents were Guardians. Their parents marched with Martin Luther King. Their parents marched with Malcolm X. They marched, they did a lot of things. What
Mhm.
bothers me about activists is that if you're going to do something and you're saying that you're doing it for the family, why isn't the family speaking? Why
Mhm.
isn't why aren't the words coming from the family? Like, like we have a voice too. So it's not about, oh, I don't like that organization. We're victims. We don't know about organizations. We don't know about starting an LLC and all that. 9 times out of 10, we're not worried about stuff like that because we see the outside of activism. So when we come on the inside and it's just like, oh, we don't work with these people because they took over our march, or we don't talk to this, we don't work with this people because
Right.
we got a bigger platform and they're
Divide
small.
and conquer. Divide and conquer.
Why can't we all just be together? The interview that I did with Reverend Sharpton, which we're going to premiere on the podcast, I asked him, I said, how can we get all of these organizations together? And he said, I've been trying for years. So if you find out, let me know. Because everybody, it's a competition. And justice
Right.
shouldn't be about a competition. It shouldn't
No.
be about who's hurt the most, who's more passionate. Everybody is passionate.
Right.
Everybody is angry. And the focus should not be on, oh, I'm going to speak, I'm going to be standing with this person. The focus should be on how can we help the family get justice? And what does justice look like to the family? Because we're the ones that ultimately have to live with this. We are ultimately the ones that have to deal with this
So
every
true.
single day. People choose activism. I was forced into activism.
Right.
I didn't choose
Right.
it. I
Right.
didn't choose it, and I've been trying to get out for a long time.
Right.
I've stopped doing interviews. I tell people, no, I'm not doing a march. I'm not doing a protest. But it's just important because I can't say, oh, let everybody else do it because everybody else has been doing it and nothing has been done.
Mhm.
All these activists are saying, oh, we're out here, we're fighting for justice, we're fighting for justice. What are you doing to pass the law? What are you doing
Right.
to change the policies?
Yeah.
Protesting is okay. Getting arrested is okay. That is a form of it. But what is going
Right.
to be everlasting? What is going to be
Right.
everlasting is changing the law, changing the
Right.
policies. We can't change people, but we can change the process.
So true. Eloquently said. And this is a black and white issue, but it's also the color that supersedes everything is a green issue.
Yep,
It's about money. We need to keep our money in our communities.
absolutely. Shot black by black
Come, you have to. I hear people sending stuff around. Hey, July 7th. Hey, it needs to be every day.
every day.
You go get your clothes clean, take it to a black dry cleaners. You need vegetables, go to the black.
Farmers market and black people, my beautiful black people.
Come on, let's do it.
Let's support our customers. We're coming to spend our money with you. We
Mhm.
expect a top-notch service.
Right,
We don't
right,
want to say, oh, well, we can't do nothing with black people because they're on CP time. They're
right.
always late. They always got an attitude. They always got this. They always got that. I've experienced it myself. I walk into a West Indian restaurant, I'm ordering my food, and I feel like the person got an attitude.
Right. They mad with you for
You
coming
mad
to
at
pay
me
for us.
because I'm ordering your food. I'm supporting
Right.
your business. Even the business that's around my area, they're price gouging. This is one of the biggest discount stores in my area. You're price gouging, and we're the people that keep your doors open. So
Hmm.
treat us fairly.
Right,
Treat us like you want us to spend our money here. We're
right.
telling people not to go to these white businesses, spend our money over there, and then we go to a black business and we can't even get a customer service rep. So we have to do better. We all have
Yeah,
to do it all around. I gotta do
we have
better.
to. We have to
Me as a
yeah.
customer, I have to do better. I have to not get so overwhelmed with a cashier because she's taking too long to ring my
Hmm.
stuff up. Maybe
Hmm.
she had a long day. Maybe she's dealing with some mental issues and she's dealing with some personal issues. Maybe she just had a loved one that she just lost and she don't
Right.
have a time or she don't have a dime to in her pocket, so she gotta go to work.
Hmm.
So we
Hmm.
gotta do the better. We all have to do the work.
We
We
are,
all
yeah,
can't blame one person. We all have to do the work,
yeah.
including myself. We
Right.
all have to do
Exactly.
that.
Exactly. Exactly. No, that's so true. That's so true. And it's going to take all of us to get us out of.
Yes,
And that's one of the things that we have to do. We got to come together. The brothers, they're out there, banging and everything like that. We need them. We need the doctors. We need the lawyers. We need all of us to come together on one common accord. And
yes,
we're all the same.
yes.
The same. And that's one thing that we're fighting for what everyone else has. That's it. Not for anything extra, not for
Right.
another dose. We just want what's fair.
We want what's fair. We want what's ours. Like
Right, right.
America was
So
built
true.
on the backs of black people. Come
Yeah,
on, we deserve more respect than this. We
no,
demand respect. I told
definitely.
everybody I'm not asking. Don't have a conversation with me if you ain't willing to give me something because I'm asking for something. I'm asking
Right,
for support. I'm asking for a repost. I'm asking for a retweet. I'm asking for everything because if I hear one more, I got you, sis. I'm
right.
going crazy because all
Yeah,
these people say, "Oh, I got you, sis. I got you." But when I call you, you're busy. I call you. Oh, I can't talk right now. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. If you can't talk right now, why you can't call me later? Call me when you're done. Send me an email. Send me a text. Send me a smoke signal. Send me a Zoom invitation. If there's multiple ways that we can talk and we connect, and when I call on people, I'm expecting them to answer because if you're saying that you're supporting me, I'm not calling you to ask to make you do something. I'm calling you to ask you what you can do to
to
help me
follow up on
move
what you said you was gonna do.
your grandchildren. That's going to help
Exactly.
you, your little black sons.
Right.
You're
You,
fighting for them right now because I'm
so
gonna be long gone when stuff is the way it's supposed to be.
right.
So we need to start at the top and we need to keep going higher.
Great point. That's why I want to give a big shout out to Eton Thomas.
Yes.
My man, my brother, definitely Eton Thomas. For people that don't know, I don't know how you don't know, but Eton, NBA star, played 11 years OKC Thunder, Washington Wizards, an activist, author, and just a great person. He actually brought Emerald and I together. But this is somebody that's like selfless. You see a lot of athletes now. See Steven Jackson on the front line. I believe him and George Floyd was friends. And
Mhm.
of athletes doing things, but these are people that's doing it not for the cameras,
Not for the camera.
team, but just because they see the fight and they're in it. When the lights are off, and then it's funny they're the opposite. Because I know when Eton, when the cameras come off, he'd be like, "Hey sis, you got it. No doubt. I'm just here to support you."
Right. He's just like, oh, I'm here to support you. And that's always what he's been since the beginning. Like, even when
Yeah,
he first bring me to All-Star Weekend, when he was talking to 2,500 young black boys from the
right,
public school system in middle school. I came there and it was a panel of all men. And he was like, I just want you to come and feel the love and feel the support. You don't have to speak if you don't want to. And then I just said a couple of words. I don't even remember what I said because I was so nervous and I got
right,
so emotional. Like everybody was just showing me love and support that it didn't resonate in my mind at the time. But then as time went on and I start to see how he is and who he is, it's like he brought me there so I can feel the love to give me the encouragement to find my voice
right,
because nobody had done that at that point. Nobody had done that, and from the time my father died up until now, they always wanted something from me. They always
right,
wanted to say, "Oh, you stand with me because I'm going to speak with you," or "You come here and you just sit there." They didn't say, "Oh, you can talk if you want to." They'll just say, "Oh yeah, we're going to give you a couple of minutes to speak." It wasn't like they didn't see where my mind was. It was just like, "Oh, here, say this, say that, say this." So that up until that point, I didn't know that people thought that way and they felt that way towards me and my family. So I thank him tremendously for helping me to find my voice, but for always giving me a platform, always giving me the time. If I call him, I text him, he answers me. I just did a black family census day, and I hit him up and I was like, "Hey, can you do this video for me where you read this script? And can
right,
you send it back to me like by tomorrow?"
right,
I was
right,
like,
right,
"It's fine if you can't do it." He's like, "No, got you. I'm gonna send that to you right away." He was the first person to send me the video back. I
right,
sent it
right,
to about 10 people. He was the
right,
first person to send me the video back. And I
right.
was just like, see, that's why. And then
Yeah,
even when I was doing speaking engagements, we had went out to Arizona to go meet with the Phoenix Suns. And at that time I was like, listen, work is kind of slow for me. I got this job. I'm not focused in this job, and it's becoming emotional for me because I'm working with foster kids and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And he's like, well, listen, just come and at least get a peace of mind. You're gonna come talk to them. They're gonna like we're going to tell them that we need them to stand behind us. And that's exactly what we did. We went out there. We spoke to them in a private room. They didn't make it a big spectacle. They didn't say, "Oh, Emerald is coming, so we need everybody to be here." Blah blah blah. It was me, the team, and the coaches.
right,
And it wasn't for media. It wasn't for publicity. It was
right,
for them to. For I feel like Eton put me in that place to see that I have more support than just
right,
New York. I have more
right,
support than just Washington. And it's
right.
like and my voice is being heard. So that's what I felt from that trip, and I'm always gonna thank him. I'm always gonna call him my brother. He's been there from day one, and he's one of the most genuine people I've ever met in my life. So
No,
I just shout out Eton. I love you very much, brother.
no doubt, no doubt. Definitely second that. So Emerald, so I mean, it's been always a pleasure, talking to you. And then I just want to say personally too, I just want to apologize because, like you said, you've been thrusted into this, and I'm just sorry that you and your family even had to go through this. I know because birthday was just yesterday.
Yeah, her
You
birthday
know,
was yesterday.
yeah, happy
30.
birthday. Yeah, and it's just you've been thrusted into this, but you've been super courageous.
Thank you.
Freedom fighter, definitely definitely pushing it, paying it forward, and pushing the movement. And
Thank
we
you.
stand behind you, and whether again, whatever we can do, we're here. You could definitely count on us.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. And so a lot of people, you got love out there. Like so let people know like how to get in contact with you. How to support, the work and support the Eric Garner law that they're going to be hearing a lot about. But right now someone sees us, they want to get in contact with you. What's the best way?
They can email me at thisstopstoday2014@gmail.com. On all platforms, I'm Emerald Snipes. I put Emerald Garner. Sometimes I put Emerald Snipes, but on social media, I'm Emerald Snipes, and that's Emerald_Snipes. Emerald like the city, Snipes like Wesley.
There we go. There we go. Definitely, definitely, Emerald. So it's my pleasure, speaking to you. Thank you so much. And again, we're going to be in touch.
Yes.
You stay strong. If anything, just give me a shout.
Thank you. Will do.
All right, sis.
Okay.
All right. Bye bye.
Later.